In this video, I'll show you how to add and subtract negative numbers. But before, let's refresh our mind with these problems. When we are asked what 4 plus 5 is, we say it's 9. This is probably easy because we can easily visualize adding 5 coins to 4 coins that we had. What would happen if the question was 4 minus 5? Can we visualize subtracting 5 coins from 4 that we previously had? How can we subtract 5 coins from 4? We didn't even have 5 coins to begin with. So, how do we understand this? We can easily imagine or understand this by talking about debt or borrowing coins, but that could be confusing, especially to a young student. There are other techniques that some people use, like manipulating one number to look like the opposite of the other in order to cancel. For an example, if we had 5 minus 9, we can put this as 5 minus 5 plus 4, because as you can see, 5 plus 4 is 9. And then when we distribute the negative, we would get 5 minus 5 minus 4. And then we get 5 minus 5 is 0, so we would get 5 minus 4. And then we get minus 4. Or we can manipulate 5 instead of 9. So we would put 5 in a bracket, minus 9, and then we can get 9 minus 4 minus 9. And we can distribute this positive sign to both 9 and 4. Then we would get 9 minus 4 minus 9. And since addition and subtraction is commutative, we can get 9 minus 9 minus 4. I just simply switch the negative 4 and negative 9, and then we get this is 0. Then we would get 0 minus 4, and then we would get negative 4. So this method is good, but it can be tricky sometimes when both numbers are negative. For an example, negative 5 minus 4. Let's try to manipulate the negative 4. Then you might assume negative 5 minus 4 is 5 minus 1, right? Because 5 minus 1 is 4, and there is 4 in here. Then you might say negative 5 and distribute the negative to both 5 and to negative 1. Then we would get negative 5 plus 1. But right now, the negative 5 cannot be cancelled with negative 5. So we would just simply complicating the question more. However, if we redo the question in this way, minus 5 minus, instead of 4, we put 9 minus 5. Then we would get minus 5 minus 9 plus 5. And since addition is commutative, we would put negative 5 plus 5, negative 9. And then this will cancel to 0. We would get 0 minus 9. And then this would be minus 9. So as you can see, we get one number right now, and this is the right answer. But my point is, we had to try 5 minus 1 instead of 4, as opposed to 9 minus 5. So we get, when we substitute this, it worked, but when we substitute 5 minus 1, it didn't work. So that can cost us some time when we do exam questions. So what is the best way to approach this kind of problem? So the method that we're going to see right now is the number line method. So we would just simply draw a number line. Now, whenever we see a negative before a number, we go left. And then whenever you see a positive, you go right. Do not forget this one. And 0 is the starting point. 5 is positive, So we go 5 points to the right. So the way we do it is we start from 0 and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the 9 has negative before, so we go where? To the left. So you go 9 points to the left. So from 5, we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the number that you reach at the end is the right answer. So in this case, it is -4. Let's try a couple of problems. So the rule is we go left whenever we see a negative sign before a number, and then we go right whenever we see a positive sign, and then we start from 0. So the first question says, what is -8 plus 2? For the 8, we had negative sign before 8, as you can see here. So we go where? We go left. Starting from 0, we're going to go 8 points to the left. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the 2 has positive sign before it. So we go from where we stopped, which is -8, we go 2 points where? To the right. So we would go 1 and 2. And where did we end? We end up at -6. So the answer is -6. And the second problem says, what is -4 plus 7? So we're going to try right now with a different color. So for number 4, as you can see, we have negative before it. So we're going to go 4 points to the left. And where are we going to start? From 0. So we're going to go 4 points. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for number 7, it has positive sign before it. So we would go from where we stopped, which is -4, we would go 7 points where? To the right, because it has a positive sign, as I said. So we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we end up at 3, so the answer would be 3.